Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Couch to Career. I'm Courtney.
And hello, everyone. My name is Sauvik. Courtney and I work as career advisors in the Pomerantz Career Center. Our goal is to provide weekly videos to help you develop in your personal and in your professional development.
And today we're going to be talking about one of those professional development topics, kind of a unique type of video for us, but we wanted to talk a little bit about growth mindset and how that can positively impact your career. But that's kind of maybe a term that you may or may not have heard of before. So, Sauvik, can you start off by just giving us a brief overview of what does that mean, growth mindset?
Yeah, so I came across the word or the term growth mindset a few years ago, and it's something that I've been trying to practice in my professional career. So if you were to jump onto Google and you typed in growth mindset, you will find 100 different definitions and many, many different variations of that definition. For our purpose, the working definition that we're going to put into play today is looking at how individuals with a growth mindset are going to learn through their mistakes. So their talents, their skills, their strategies, they are built on the things that they are learning in this process. They're also gathering input from different individuals through feedback and implementing that feedback into their practice. These are individuals are also constantly trying to learn and grow and learning new concepts as they go through.
That's awesome. And I feel like I've heard maybe companies or organizations having this growth mindset, but today we're going to kind of talk about how does this apply to your individual professional development. So let's go ahead and jump into some of those tips.
So, the first tip to developing a growth mindset is to make sure that you embrace the learning process. Now, when I started my career in the admissions counselor role, I had no relevant experiences in the profession of higher education. But what I did come with is a bunch of different skills. I truly didn't realize how important those skills would be until I had my first setback in the admissions career. Instead of feeling down and out, I wanted to use that as an opportunity to see that setback as a positive. And that's exactly what having a growth mindset is. It's seeing each of those situations and learning about what can you take away from that situation and how can you infuse that to the skills that you have to become a valued member of that team. It even happened as recently as the position that I'm in right now. After working 7 years in the admissions world, I wanted to jump into the career development world. When I got into the career development world, I also saw that I had a lot to learn, and I embraced each day as a new challenge to overcome. And through those challenges, I've been able to add so many additional tools to my toolkit. And I'm alongside that bringing a lot of the background, the experiences that I have from my undergrad work, from my master's work, from my previous role in admissions, and bringing some of those things into the office to have as an asset. So again, having that growth mindset is really going to help you no matter where you're at in your professional development, whether it's your first job out of undergrad or whether it's your second, third, fourth, fifth. So that's my first tip to having a growth mindset is to embrace that learning process.
So, our second tip for you in terms of having a growth mindset is to be open to asking for and receiving feedback. Now, I know for me personally, it can sometimes be a challenge to take that feedback. It can sometimes feel personal, and it's not great to hear what you're not the best at. But most times, the people that are giving you feedback, they're doing it to help you grow. And it's really that mindset that you have to be in that's going to make you better in your job. I mean, we think about performance reviews. I know my first time in undergrad when I was in a student job and was getting some feedback, and they said, "Oh, you could do better at this." That was a little bit hard to take because, of course, you think you're doing your best, but really, those people have your best interest at heart, and what they want you to do is get better, build on your skills, and it's that mindset that you have to have that's really going to make that work for you. So, again, being open to receiving that feedback, challenge yourself to take it because it can be hard. Being open to that is really what's going to help you with this, and know that it's going to make you better. It's not something that's trying to bring you down. So keep that in mind.
So the last tip that we have when it comes to developing a growth mindset is to seek out those challenges. When you think about seeking out the challenges, it's going beyond what's written in your job description. So for example, when all this pandemic happened, our office, we had discussions around how do we continue engaging our students while they're virtual. So that's where Courtney and I came up with this idea of creating a video series revolving around career and professional development of all of you. That video series was never in our job description, but it was an opportunity for us to seek out a challenge and create something out of nothing. It was pushing us to go beyond our comfortable limits. I mean, getting recorded on a video is something that takes a little bit of practice and a little bit of skill development in, and then obviously editing and creating this material for all of you. does take some time. But all the things that we have done so far only have helped Courtney and I become better career advisors to better serve all of you. So, really, when you think about this tip and this strategy, be thinking about your first time position when you finish your undergraduate studies. What kind of job are you going into? Are there ways that you can continue taking on more, putting things more on your plate? So that way you can continue going beyond the limits that are set for you. So, this tip is all about seeking discomfort. So, those are the three tips that Courtney and I wanted to share with you all about ways that you can develop your growth mindset. But just know that there are many different strategies that you can look at when it comes to developing this growth mindset. But I really truly believe that if you're able to learn from your setbacks, have a moment of self reflection, having a growth mindset can only positively impact your career development. If you want to learn more about the growth mindset, I'd encourage you to check out a TED talk that was done by Carol Dweck, and the name of it was The Power of Believing That You Can. It does a really nice job of summarizing the growth mindset, and it'll give you an additional points that you can implement in your daily life.
Awesome. Thanks, Sauvik, for that about the TED Talk. Everyone, thanks again for joining us for another episode. Remember to subscribe to our page, click the like button below, and from our couch to yours, we'll see you next time. Go Hawks.